So up in South Bend, we didn't have a big coaching search. We had a surprise of coaching news and the coaching change of Brian Kelly leaving to take that LSU job. But then Marcus Freeman is promoted. And, his first class was even a little bit less of a first class compared to some of these other coaches because he was the defensive coordinator. He had been recruiting, he had been putting in the work on that 2022 cycle. Now that his 2023 cycle is done, and this is after he's been able to really take control of the operation, what do you make of the Fighting Irish here in 2023?
Kind of looks like a Brian Kelly class.
And that's not a compliment, is it?
Well, no, look, Brian Kelly recruited well at Notre Dame. We sat on this show. Look at the comment section from those shows that we did last December. Marcus Freeman's the right hire. Marcus Freeman's going to take Notre Dame's recruiting to the next level. Brian Kelly couldn't recruit. These are all comments from Notre Dame fans that we would get consistently. You guys will see Notre Dame's going to have a top 5 class. You'll see Notre Dame's going to have a shot at number 1. They were probably number 1 at the time, right? And so the Irish, it's a nice class, Chip. They have 13 guys.
They did get old and stay old. Like Brian Kelly got to the point where I felt like he did a good job of identifying program fits, but you knew that you weren't going to see the field for a little bit. And you're telling me that this is probably something a little bit closer to that, where a lot of nice guys, but not guys that are going to come in and immediately start having an impact on Saturdays.
Look, we can go over the guys we love. Charles Jagasaw has great length and really nice athleticism. I think he's a guy in space who could be a really nice tackle for you. Jeremiah Love runs extremely hard and has explosive ability. I think they really improved their receiver room quite a bit. Braylon James, Greathouse is a nice point of attack guy. Go up and catch the football really well. Rico Flores, receiver, has been a spot where Notre Dame has had to improve quite a bit. Kenny Minchie as well, man, is another guy who I think they had to get in the class quarterback-wise. But the class is also notable for the misses that they had. Keon Keeley, 5-star, probably the best edge rusher in the country. They had him. And then he went to Alabama, right? Bowen, stud safety. They had him, and then he went to Oregon, and then he went to Oklahoma. These are the type of players, and especially Keeley, man, because he's a high academic kid. He goes to like a prestigious school down there in Tampa. Like, that's the kind of guy that Notre Dame has to be able to go out and get nationally if they want to take that next step into the top 5, into the top 3 as recruiters. You get a kid who's a great academic kid, high character kid, private school, right? All that kind of stuff. The ability and the resources to take multiple visits up to your campus to check you out, establishing that early relationship. That's the kind of guy that the comment section, when Brian Kelly left Notre Dame for LSU because you can recruit better at LSU than you can at Notre Dame, that's what the comment section told us Marcus Freeman could do and could close on. And they didn't do it, right? Like that. I mean, the bottom line is Marcus Freeman is not recruiting better than Brian Kelly did by the results that you actually got in the class. Now, relationship-wise, maybe. Is he cooler than Brian Kelly was? I think so. And I'm not trying to be negative, again, because it's a top 10 class for us, and it's something to celebrate on National Signing Day. But if you're a Notre Dame fan, you're like, all right, 13 in the top 247. How many in the top 50? How many in the top 25? How many 5-stars do we have in this class? Like, that's the next step for Notre Dame. I think that's what everybody who wears the Irish colors told us. And it didn't happen.
But there is so much frustration from Notre Dame fans with us. They believe that we've got the Irish in our crosshairs, and this ain't helping. Just because we accurately comment that the wide receiver position was a little bit of a concern heading into the 2022 season, and we get flooded with commentary. Now here we are just hating on Marcus Freeman's recruiting class. It's an incredible life that we live here at the Cover 3 podcast, just catching all this heat from Notre Dame fans. But as Bud reminded you, this is a top 10 class.